Hey, what is up guys? It's been a while. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is something maybe a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you how you can set up a Pokemon Go bot to use on your computer. So this does not require you to have a iPhone or Android device or anything like that. You can set this up on your computer, get it to run, and head out and do whatever it is that you want to do. So just before we get started, I'd like to say that I did not actually make this bot. I'm only showing you how to use it. So I'll leave all the links in the description, and the first thing you want to do is obviously head over to this link and download the bot. So the bot, as and when I'm recording this, is the 1.5.2.0.7Z. So once you've got that, you want to go ahead, click to download that, and once you've finished downloading that, you can head over to the folder that you have put it in. It's going to be over here, and you just right click and extract it. And once it's done that, you can see over here, you can go into the folder, and the catchem.exe file is the one you want to run. Once you have done that and the bot has opened up, this is the box for it. You want to click on add a new bot and set a profile name. Now you can set this to whatever it is that you want. This is not the actual name of your login or your character in the game. So click yes, then this little box pops up over here. You can click on that, and this is the bot and console. So your login and authentication type, I have created a new one for the sake of this video, and I will put the password in again. And once you've done that, if you haven't created one already, you can again just put in your email address here, your password, and a desired nickname. So when the bot logs in for you, it automatically creates a nickname. Now I don't need to do that because I've already got an account that I have opened up for this. And yeah, so once you've done that, head over down, Pokeys. This is the Pokemon list and settings for the bot. So over here it says evolve all Pokemon above a certain IV percentage. I have set it to, or this is the default as and when you load the bot for the first time. The default IV value, and we'll go back to what is an IV value, is the hidden stats of a Pokemon. The default is set at 95, which is 95% out of 100. Evolve all Pokemons with enough candy. So if you catch Pokemons and you have enough candy to evolve them, you can select that, and it automatically evolves that Pokemon if it has enough candy. Transfer duplicate Pokemons. So if you have more than one of the same Pokemon, it will automatically transfer the Pokemon. Keep a minimum CP. So the minimum CP value to keep, anything below 1250 will automatically be transferred. Again, these are all changeable. You can change it to whatever it is that you like. A minimum Pokemon, you can set it at 5 or 100 if you want to do a batch evolve for all the Pokemons that you have. Keep a minimum IV percentage. So if you catch a Pokemon that has, let's say, 999 CP but has an IV of 95% or higher, it will keep that Pokemon. This over here, P balls per poke, which is how many Pokeballs you want to throw per Pokemon. So over here it's set to 10. So if the bot throws 10 Pokemons and the Pokemon is still not caught after the 10th ball, it will cancel and run away and leave the Pokemon. Moving down, keep Pokemons that can evolve. You can check or uncheck that. Prioritize both IV and CP for transfer. All of this is pretty much self-explanatory. Prioritize IV over CP. Rename only above a certain IV percentage. Obviously the IV percentage that you have set. Rename a Pokemon. Auto level Pokemon. Auto level is basically not evolving the Pokemon but maxing the Pokemon out for the max that it can at the time that the Pokemon has been caught. Rename template. Obviously if you're renaming the Pokemon and you have this checked, you can set a template for it over here to rename in whatever it is that you want. Upgrade Pokemon CP minimum. So if it's anything below 1000 CP, it won't upgrade. Below a certain IV percentage, again, that won't upgrade. Lucky eggs per minimum Pokemon, I've set it to 50. Well, it's the default. It's the default for the bot when you start loading it up. Use lucky eggs while evolving. You can check that. I would not check that, and I would do everything evolving wise by yourself manually. So if I just quickly show you, when you head over to the information, all your Pokemons will be listed over here. So if you set this, where is it again? If you've set the transfer list, keep minimum duplicates at 100, what you can do is pop a lucky egg and head over to the information, and you can highlight everything here, right click, and just select to evolve that Pokemon, and it will be much more efficient in terms of XP that way. So where were we? We were over here. Use lucky eggs whilst evolving. Use egg incubators. Always prefer long distance eggs, which means it will take the 10 kilometers first before the 2 kilometers. Use only limited incubators. And auto favorite Pokemon, I would leave that checked off. But if you do want to auto favor a Pokemon, you've got the option to have a minimum IV percentage. Again, the default is 95%. Now, catch. This is when you're throwing a Pokeball, and the stats. So, Great Ball, below catch probability, Ultra Ball, and Master Ball. This is what the bot will use, whether it's a Great Ball, Ultra Ball, or Master Ball, depending on the probability of the Pokemon and the bot when it's encountered a Pokemon. Humanized throws, I would leave that checked on to have it feel as human-like as possible. Throw accuracy minimum is set at 0.2 default, but when I set my bot up, I have taken this up to 0.6. I don't like to miss. The throw accuracy max is 1, which is the maximum it can go to. Throw spin frequency, which is a spin ball, you can leave it set at 0.6. Actually, I had that at 0.5 to be honest, not 0.6, I just remembered. Miss chance 0.21, I don't like to miss, so I've left it at 0.05, which is rarely going to miss a Pokeball. Use Pokey not to catch filter. So this is basically what not to catch. Ultra Ball above an IV percentage 90, so you will only use an Ultra Ball if the Pokemon's IV percentage is over 90%, a Great Ball over 80% IV, to use Berry for minimum CP. If it's 1000, then the bot will automatically, or more, then the bot will automatically use a Berry to try and catch that Pokemon. Use Berry for a minimum IV percentage set at 95%. Use Berry below catch probability is set at 0.25. All of these are pretty much self-explanatory here. Catch wild Pokemons, starting to blur and my speech is going all over the place. Loot Pokestops, you obviously want to loot those. Pause bot on max hourly rates. You can decide to do that or not. You can change these again. Max catch per hour, so how many Pokemons to catch with the hour. I've set it at 1000. If it ever reaches that, which I probably won't. Max Pokestops per hour, you can change that. XP again, you can set it 100,000. Max Stardust, set it to 200,000, or you can just uncheck that. That way the bot will just keep going non-stop until you decide to click start or stop over here. There is a schedule button, so basically you can set it, you can leave your computer running 7 days a week, and you can set however way you want, working or stopped. Save the schedule, and the bot will automatically run or stop depending on your desired preferences over here. Moving down, the items is basically in your inventory, which is the Pokeballs, Stardust, and all that stuff. You can set that to whichever way you want. Amount of Pokeballs to keep, potions, revives, berries, pretty self-explanatory. Once you've done that, head over back up to the right side. You can use a proxy if you want, for whatever reason. Navigation, this is your latitude and longitude. So what you can do is go onto Google Maps. Over here you can just go on the web page, go into Google Maps, get the latitude and longitude for your location. So if you're always out and about and using this on your computer, what will happen is you will basically use this bot, and then when you stop it, you can go out your house and start to use it on your phone. And because it's going to be in the same location, the bot is not going to pick it up as you have been on one side of the world and automatically teleported to the other side, which will end up with you being banned. Teleport, leave that checked off. Spawns location offset, I would leave that as default. Max travel distance in meters, I would leave that as default. Again, it's 5,000, so it will stay around 5,000 in meters of your latitude and longitude. Now when you got the bot running and the bot will move, these will move with the bot. Walking speed minimum and maximum, human pace thing, I would say that leave that as checked, leave these as default. Go down to routing service. Now if you want to use Google Maps, so the bot will walk on actual roads rather than teleporting through buildings, click on Google Directions, and then you want to go down to API keys, your Google Directions. I will leave the link for this as well. You go over to this link, you might have to be signed in, click get a key, new projects, create and enable an API key, click on that, it will generate one for you. Once you've done that, copy and paste it over here in Google Directions. So device info, if you want to go into a little bit more detail, you can put whatever you want onto here, but as far as the bot goes, you can leave this as a default and it works absolutely fine. The delays, again, you can go into a little bit more details or leave them as default, which work absolutely fine, and I have been using it for a while. This basically just says the delays in terms of milliseconds for what the bot does between each action. So once you've got all these set up, click the save settings, hit the start, and you can head over to map and console. This is the default location that the bot will start. I don't know why that stopped. I had to do something here. I had to pause this just to set it up. I had the wrong password entered, that's why it wouldn't work. And head over to map and console. Now this is the default location that the bot will start you from. Again, if you want to change that to whatever you want, go and get that from Google Maps. So as you can see here, the bot is loading up and you're good to go. So over here it tells you what the bot is currently doing. This is the map where you are, and you can select to go wherever you want. You can force the bot to move or leave it running as it is. You can double click and it will pop up this marker and it will force the bot to move to there. Heading over to information quickly. This is the name of your player in the game, and this is the list of Pokemons that you have. So when I was talking about right clicking and evolving, you can select whichever one you want or select multiple ones if you hold shift, then right click and you can select whatever you want from the drop down, whether it says transfer, favorite the Pokemon, level up or evolve, whichever you want. If you hover over it, it will give you this little pop-up menu which shows you all the stats for the Pokemon at its current stats. This is your inventory. Again, you can right click, recycle an item. Let's say you have 90, you want to recycle 10, you can hit 10 and it will recycle 10 Pokeballs once the bot has time to do that. There you go, let's drop down to 80. Over here it tells you your stardust per hour, what you have, and your stardust per hour, your current XP and per hour, your coins and the Pokestops that you have looted, your inventory space and your Pokemon space. This is your current XP and your level up XP, and this is how long it will take you to get to your leveling up XP. This is minutes and this is hours, this is not seconds. Heading over lastly to Pokemon list settings. Over here you can see you got a lot of settings that you can do to evolve a Pokemon. You can select which Pokemons to evolve, you can select which Pokemons not to catch, you can add or remove whichever ones you want. What Pokemons not to transfer, you can add any to the list. What to use a Master Ball on, again you can add any to the list or then remove it. And your transfer filters, so this will basically tell you the minimum CP, IV and duplicate. So if you're transferring from the settings over here or keeping an IV value or what not to transfer, this is the settings that you will need to update for your original settings page. So these are the basics, and these are all the ones that you actually need to know and need to set up. Apart from that, you don't really need to be touching anything else. But if you do have any questions on anything like route calculator, route creator, a Telegram or anything like that, then be sure to give me a message and I will be more than happy to try and help you as much as I can. So there you have it. Let me know how it's going for you. Let me know if you have any questions. And until next time, I will see you. Take care and have fun.